Okay, if it is 3 o'clock Eastern time on a Wednesday, that can mean only one thing. It's time for the goRIA live stream. And for those of you that have been following us for a while, I always like to highlight what's new on www.goria.com. Today, however, I'm going to tell you what's going to be new on that website in just a little while. And this is going to be part of our goRIA on location series. And I'm really thrilled to tell you that I will be live at the CAIS conference, which is coming up. I have my notes here on October 15th and 16th. And we have the pleasure of having Matt Brown with us right now, who's, of course, the founder and CEO of CAIS. Matt, thanks so much for joining us.
Chuck, it's so great to be here. Thanks for inviting me on your podcast.
I appreciate you making some time here. So, look, whenever we do these on locations at conferences, and I'm a huge fan of conferences, we like to focus on really three things: content, networking, and experience. Now, full disclosure, I was at your CAIS conference at the Beverly Hills Hilton a couple of years ago, and you're crushing on all three of those. But tell us what you might have in store for us in 2024 on all those areas, whichever one you want to do first.
Sure. Well, first of all, the summit in Los Angeles started. This is our third annual, but the idea was really came out of not only having a great technology platform, but also understanding that at the core of the advisor business is relationships, and the relationships that, of course, build trust with their clients and with, of course, the asset managers that they trust their clients' capital with. So we thought it was time to kind of make a big step forward and focus on convening our community that use our platform. And we landed on Los Angeles, we landed in Beverly Hills, really because so many of us have attended the Milken conference for many years, and it's just so well done. And also bringing people to Los Angeles has a nice way of kind of taking them out of kind of their day-to-day versus, say, a New York City where a lot of finance is already being done. So the lineup this year is spectacular again. The event has grown by another 50%. We're going to be about 1,200 total. The largest number of independent advisors, 600 to 700 independent financial advisors representing around 250 different firms. We have over 60 asset managers in the alternative space attending. The event itself will be broken into kind of general sessions, which will span between geopolitics, sports, media, and entertainment. And also we have, of course, some of the CEOs of the largest wealth firms talking about trends they're seeing, and also the asset managers and the CEOs there also talking about what they're doing to accommodate financial advisors with their strategies. Surrounding all of that, we have, I think, 35 or 40 what we call case talks. Those are asset managers who are really taking a deeper dive on their strategies and really the why and how around alts. And financial advisors get an opportunity to kind of jump between those different presentations and really get a real 360 experience. And you heard it here first, but there might be a little Hollywood, LA spice at this event. It is the home of the movie stars and the sports celebrities. So there'll be a few of those that might make a panel or guest experience for a fireside chat.
That sounds fantastic. I tell you what, so I was not there last year, but the year before, and you had Michael Milken. And for a guy that grew up on Wall Street as I did, I was a cold call cowboy 30 years ago. That was such a treat to have such a big name person and hearing him and having the ability to interact. I think that was just incredibly special. And I remember that from the first year I was there. It's just a very high energy event, but also there's a lot of great information. The content, the presentations are fantastic. But what I love about these conferences in general, the summits like yours, the content, absolutely. But the ability for me to interact on a peer-to-peer level with other advisors. And I say this all the time, and it's true, other advisors, other shops, which you would think they're competitors, and I guess in some way they are, but I don't really think so either. But they're so willing to share their secrets of success. And I think what happens in between the content, that networking opportunities, that you give a lot of opportunities for, that is super important. And I've gotten some great takeaway from the presentations, and I've gotten some amazing takeaway just talking with other advisors. Can you speak a little bit to the networking opportunities that you're going to have?
Sure. And I think you really hit the nail on the head with kind of a trusted community. Yes, on one hand, RIAs are often, competitive with each other, but I think what kind of supersedes that is just this common goal that they are independent. That's why so many wirehouse firms and advisors, when they break away, take such great comfort in kind of being part of the RIA community, because there is kind of a camaraderie there and a best ideas sharing that goes on there. I think many wirehouse advisors are actually quite surprised, at least from the perspective of alternative investments, that platforms like CAIS exist uh, to not only have kind of a real continuity in their alts program, but in many ways actually open it up even more broadly. But you're right, networking is really fundamental to our event. And we actually keep surveying advisors year over year on this. We actually are creating forums for networking, both structured and unstructured. So it's not just the accidental bump in the hall in between presentations, but moments in time where they can really network, learn, and enjoy with the community of fellow advisors.
Love it. I can't wait for that. And let's end off on, the dessert, if you will, the experiences. And we were talking a little bit off camera about, sharing some good times with some really great folks up on the rooftop at the Hilton Hotel. What do you have in store for us from an experiential standpoint later this month or next month, I should say?
Well, you mentioned the celebrities, but I just also want to say, there's this huge convergence right now and democratization of sports media entertainment assets. And so, first and foremost, those that I mentioned that are coming are there to really talk about the evolution of media, sports, and entertainment. But it's not lost on anyone that if you have a big event like we do at the top of the Waldorf for our final party on Wednesday, the 16th, that they're going to be there too. And it's a little fun to rub elbows with some of those who have kind of got to the top of their game in their industry and our brand name, household name celebrities. So they'll be there. We have a great entertainment, DJ, music, food, and just being in Los Angeles and having that energy of Southern California is going to be great.
Without question. Well, I cannot wait for it. It's coming up again on, looking at my notes, October 15th and 16th in Los Angeles. The conference itself is at the Beverly Hilton Hotel, but I forgot we walked across just a little bit to the top of the Waldorf for that big party. So I guess you're doing that again, which is going to be fantastic.
It's a short walk.
It sure is. Well, Matt Brown, thank you so much for taking some time here. And for those in the audience, you can tell it's conference season because I'm broadcasting not from my office studio, but from the hotel room du jour. But I look forward to broadcasting live, Matt, from your summit within the next couple of few weeks. Thanks again
Chuck,
for joining us today.
Look forward to seeing you very soon at the summit.
You bet. We'll talk to you soon.
Take care.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Matt.